Sports Jazz, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Josh and Isaac. Happy holidays to everyone that celebrates Christmas. Enjoy it with your loved ones. Well, we unfortunately, Man United fans are not allowed to celebrate happy holidays. Are not. You're not allowed to celebrate anything. I mean, it's too bad. Our presser is leaking right from the roof. Mice all over Trafford and Carrington. The team, fake, shitty players. Everything is in shambles. Anyway, once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Josh and Isaac, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh, happy holidays.
Yeah. Happy holidays, and Merry
I know.
Christmas to
No, no, no,
all
no,
you
no,
who
no, 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 no,
celebrate
no.
Christmas. And even if you don't celebrate Christmas, at least this time of the year, at least you can engage with your families, and you may remake in one way or the other, because it's still towards the end of the year. And for Manchester United fans, this Christmas could not come in. It could not come any sooner, because at least you need some
Ah,
joy, peace, and quiet. But things will get rosy. Things will get rosy.
I don't think they
I
will,
know
Josh. We
Isaac
are
does
so
not
poor
see that.
currently. We are very, very poor. We're struggling. We're losing back to back out of 9 games. We have four losses, a draw, 4 wins. We've conceded 17 times. Man, it doesn't really look good, Josh. It doesn't look good. And of course, not to forget, we have average bank. These players we have, Josh, are so average. Very, very average. If there's any player that should be staying in the team, I think I'll pick out Ahmad Diallo. I'd pick up Lenny Yoro. I'd pick up who else?
There's a couple of
Uh,
them. Some of them will stay not for
very few.
quality, but some of them will stay not
We don't
for
want just
quality,
that
but
anymore. We don't want. We do not want that. We don't want to settle for less anymore. Let them go. Let
you
them
can't
go.
afford that. You can't afford that in
Let
football.
them all go.
These
Let them put in
That's why,
Rashford. I mean, who knew that Rashford could put out such a statement like that just to disorganize everyone? I know the
yeah, but
news has been getting the journalists, news channels, and all that have been getting under his skin, but players are built for that. You know, Rashford is always bashed. Scott was bashed. Who else? Who else? A lot of players are getting stick, but you just have to
yeah,
swallow it.
but
You saw what you saw what Grealish did when they tried telling him that stuff. He just told them,
no,
bro, I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. I don't care. Talk whatever you talk. Have 3 EPL titles. But Rashford can always
yes.
say, I have 2 FA Cup titles. And
No, people
I
are
also have a
wired
Europa
different.
final cup.
People are wired different, and maybe it's the environment at Manchester United that has enabled for such things to be possible. I mean, if you can let Rashford's brother have a big influence on the goings in at the club, or Ganacho's brother to have his say at a decision made by the club, and you just let it slide. Maybe you're breeding an environment that will eventually have things like that. Maybe that is the reason that Rashford found it very comfortable to say the things that he said.
We wish him
Otherwise,
all the best.
yeah, if the environment was much better, there's no way you do that press conference. Actually, if the manager, I know the manager is trying to not to depreciate the asset that Marcus Rashford is, and he needs to be given a bit of maybe game time to be sold. But I don't see a way back for him. I just don't see a way back for him.
I don't see
The
it either.
manager
I
is
don't see it
just
either.
sugarcoating.
Anyhow, once again, guys, please do subscribe. Sports Jazz, Josh, and Isaac. And on Christmas, anyway, right after Christmas, guys, Boxing Day, Man United will be traveling all the way to the Molineux Stadium.
Molineux.
Some call it the Molineux Stadium, depending on how you want to pronounce it, French or English. And they'll be facing Wolverhampton, Josh. I mean,
Yeah.
a kind reminder that for the first time, United, in a long time, United has finished in the bottom half of the table in Christmas or during Christmas, Josh. So
I
That's
know,
how bad.
but it makes for good reading for tabloids and journalists to write such a fact. But if you've been a Manchester United fan for some period of over a decade now, I mean, it is not very troubling for you to find out that such is the case, because so much, if you do appreciate the wrongs that have been going on at the club, I don't see why that should even surprise you in any way. I mean, the things that Man United has been doing for over a decade are not good, and it is just this season that maybe Man United fans should carry some optimism going forward, because at least we see a deliberate change in the affairs of managing the product that feeds the club. And I don't read too much into that fact, but I know it's a fact. Yeah.
Well, head-to-head record: Wolves versus Man United. Josh, Wolves has just only one win, and United has four draws. In other words, no, sorry, four wins: 1-0 for Wolves, zero draws, and four wins for Man United. And if we go to the last recent form, 5 matches of both clubs, United has won just two and lost three, all competitions. Wolves has lost all three, all four, and won only one. That's the game that they won against Leicester this weekend. And so you can see why we're going into, Josh. It's more like of a wounded
Yeah.
tiger.
Yeah. And Vito Pereira's arrival at Wolves injected a sense of optimism into their team. I mean, they just whitewashed Leicester City 3-0. And I think that was their third their third win of the season. But I mean, maybe they got some momentum, and they have this manager's bounce. The players maybe start to feel that we can do it now, and Manchester United is trying to avoid a third defeat on the road. I mean,
Mm.
you can say we Ruben Amorim's tenure so far has not been so smooth, but we are going to be fighting to try and not lose another game on the road.
Well, let's wait and see how things are going to go. Let's wait and see, but it's going to be quite challenging. Actually, every game that comes now for Man United is very challenging. Whether we're playing Ipswich, whether we're playing Wolves, that is seated currently in the 18th position, it's really challenging. Why? Because of the players just that we have. Players don't really care, according to me, from what I saw against Bournemouth. These players do not care at all. They don't have the passion. They don't play with passion for real. It's just it's just very boring, not exciting anymore to watch. Uh, it's not exciting anymore. Nick says let's not play on the road, too many cars. Yep. It's not exciting anymore to watch Man United play nowadays because of what's happening. It's quite uh unfortunate, but again, that's our team. We have to stick. We have to go on. We have to ride on. Let's wait and see how things goes. But yeah, United goes to Wolves tomorrow on Boxing Day. That is 26th. They travel all the way that side, and I mean, having won three of their last 5 games, Premier League games against Man United, Wolves are now winningless in their last 5 games, losing 4 in a row. With of course with a draw. Then Manchester United have won 7 of their last 8 Premier League games against Wolves. There you go. In both EPL and English football history, United have won more games and scored more goals on Boxing Day than any other side, with 72 wins. Sorry, 22 wins, 74 goals in Premier League, then 54 and 202 goals in of all time. I know those are very weak stats, by the way. It's nothing is really going to change. Nothing is really going to change. But Josh, as I was saying,
It
we're
doesn't
looking at
even
team.
matter.
We're looking at two teams that have both performed recently very, very poorly. I don't know whether it's going to be exciting, but I think this is the time when Amorim also needs to make a bold statement. I understand the league last time was explaining why he makes all those rotations, but there are players that shouldn't be wearing that badge again, at least for some time until they keep up. Then we also have the Marcus Rashford issue that is stepping up. He was asked today, he said, yeah, I speak to him every day on the pitch, but not about the interview, excuse me, not about the interview. And I'm ready to work with him. But again, it all comes to the availability after the training of all players. This will be the fourth game if Marcus Rashford doesn't play. Your guy, Josh,
The
he
fourth
also got,
game.
it will be the
No,
fourth
he's
game.
not my guy. He's not my guy. My guy is a guy who loves Manchester United and puts Manchester United first. I mean, if you don't put Manchester United first, I only you only became my guy because you were playing for Manchester United. Don't get it twisted. I mean, I'm not going
Mm.
to follow you around when you're playing for another club. So for me, the things that Marcus Rashford did, the way he did them, maybe they were right in his estimation, but to do them at this stage of the season and to let the pressure get to you, no wonder he wasn't performing because I mean, tabloids hounded him, writing so many things about him, and he ended up. In the manner that he did. He gave into the
Why do you think
pressure,
they're
and
not right? Why do you think they're not writing so many things about Haaland?
Haaland,
Yeah, I'm just asking.
yo, Haaland, Haaland, Salah just reached Haaland's goal tally for the season, and
Mhm.
Haaland has just not been scoring. He last scored like I don't know 4 or 5 games ago,
What
but
I'm
it's
trying to say
just reached.
is Rashford should stop
He
sulking.
produces
If
the
they are talking
goals.
about you, it's because you're not doing well. Why aren't they talking about other
No, but
players
sometimes it
that
has
are
been very
underperforming?
unfair. No, 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 no. It has been very unfair on Rashford. Well, sometimes, I mean, every time Manchester United does not do well, I mean, it's always Marcus Rashford has not done this or he has done the other. But I know that comes with the quality that he has. I mean, the expectations from the fans about what he can give to the team is because of the quality that he has. So I mean, they're not very wrong to demand that he produces week in week out. But such is the player that so many things around him affect um, his mental, his fortitude, and he cannot really produce week in week out like we would like. So that
Sorry for
became
Marcus
a
Rashford,
big, big,
Josh.
big problem. Yeah, yeah,
Sorry
yeah,
for
yeah. No,
Marcus Rashford.
no, sorry for Marcus Rashford. I mean,
Exactly. I'm trying to be
out the door.
sarcastic because no one really cares, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
After
yeah.
that
We don't
stunt he
really care
pulled,
about him.
dashing us and
Yeah, yeah,
dragging
yeah,
us
yeah,
in the
yeah.
mud, no one really cares.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Josh,
yeah.
once again, guys, thank you so
I
much
do
for
think
tuning
he
in.
should leave
Subscribe.
the club. I mean, he shouldn't even
I agree,
be given a
100%. He
chance
should
to
leave.
play again.
He should leave the club. Once again,
If he
guys,
wants
please do
to sit on the
subscribe.
bench for three
Josh and
years,
Isaac. I mean, for a player that is earning 325,000 weekly, bro, we don't expect you to do that. We expect you to be scoring goals. We don't want any promises. We don't want any excuses. Okay, maybe
yeah,
once in a while,
that's why I
but
loved
other than
Eric
that,
Ten Hag. That's why I
mm,
loved Eric Ten Hag for the things that he did. I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo opened the door to people just opening their mouths and saying whatever they want to the media. So maybe Rashford also thought that, yo, I've seen this script before. I mean, I can make my own journey. I can just go to this journalist and say whatever I want to say. So he would leave. I mean, it doesn't, even if the club is trying to sell you in that moment, you have no right to,
you have no
you
right.
know, get out there and say the things that you say. Actually, I think they should be writing these. I think they should be writing these. I think they should be writing these things much better. They should be writing
Anyway,
the contracts of these players much better. That at a certain point, if they do behave in a certain manner, I mean, the misconduct can lead to a breach.
well, Josh, we are going to head straight into the, you know, what you expect from Amorim on Boxing Day, 26th December, the setup, predicted starting 11 for Amorim, even the final score. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Josh Isaac, Sports Jazz, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. And yeah, Josh, we head into the game on the 26th of December. Do you see any changes coming through? Do you see any players that are likely to not even get the ball anymore for some time?
No, I don't see it. But for me, I do think that now is the time for Ruben Amorim to stick to a couple of players that he has identified are the ones that are going to do the job for him. Because
Mm.
when we play on 26th, we play the next game over the weekend. And after the weekend, okay, the fixture schedule has gotten a bit lighter. So I mean,
For
just
Man
get these
United,
two games.
being after being knocked out of the Carabao. That's what you mean?
Yes. No, 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 not
Mm.
really for
For
everyone, because we're
everyone.
going,
Okay.
yeah, we're going to play the FA Cup, but then after the FA Cup, we back to normal. So I mean, he can keep rotating for these two games that we do have in December, but come January, he should start playing the players that he has identified are the ones that are going to do the job for him.
Well, I'm trying to read something here,
You
but
know,
it's apparent.
it is such a problem for us to be rotating in the back three. I mean, you can play the players that you do want who are available, but the back three has to have some consistency. They have to get
I
used to
agree with
playing
you.
together. Yeah, they have to get used to
And it
playing
takes some
together,
time for
and
them to gel and sync
exactly, they have to learn to make mistakes together. So
and know how to recover, you know, the communication. Well, let's wait and see, Josh. Let's wait and see. And yeah, just so you were suggesting that at least the back three should stop over tweaking with the back three, correct?
yeah, 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 yeah. You should stop at alternating the back three every now and then,
Yep.
because at least that will give us some good consistency in the back three. The players will know exactly how to move and how to do. Onana, you will not complain about him anymore, because he will get
Oh, that one I'm
confidence
also tired of
in.
him.
Why? You will get confidence in. You're tired of him because you don't accept Ruben Amorim to play that way, but that's the way he plays, and he will always play like that. So I am just saying that when you continue to play the same back five for a period of time, it is going to be much easier
I know.
for Onana to play the ball from the back, because they will provide angles for him. And if they
The only
don't do
consola,
that, then
yeah, Josh. The only consolation I have is, I mean, I have to remind myself of how early we are in this rebuild, because he's rebuilding, obviously, and why Amarim needs this time to fully assess the squad for a proper clear out. Of course, as we said yesterday, a right back and wing back remain weak links. Then the midfield needs legs. Ugarte needs a proper partner. I don't think Kobe Mino is that partner. No
no,
disrespect,
he's
but
not.
I think it thrives more, as you say, just in with the three midfielders in the park or in the middle. Then also, uh, the way we crumbled against Bournemouth, second half.
Spurs.
Oof. The second half, Josh.
I don't know, man. I've just seen a lot of
I
that
think we
performance was bad and things like that. But to
yeah,
me,
Josh, we were bad.
that is a lie. It was not.
We were
It
poor,
was a
Josh. We were
lie.
very poor.
I mean,
I mean,
no, no,
and also
very
it looks
poor.
like the
No,
whole
I
weight is
don't
going
believe
to.
that. I
We
don't
can't
believe
rely
we
on
were
Ahmad
very
Diallo
poor.
alone, Josh. We can't Ahmad on Ahmad Diallo. And
Yeah,
by the way,
but
Josh, where is
before
the
we
mentality
debunk,
and leadership? You don't have to wait for
exactly.
Bruno Fernandes. There
Okay,
are players,
exactly. Now,
you know, it's very disappointing. Sorry, Josh, go on.
now that's what you can ask for. You know, the mentality, the leadership on the pitch, and things like that. How do you get yourselves out of a bit of a fix and things like that in a game? Can you be able to change the direction of a football match? Um, but on your own. But to tell me that the Bournemouth game was so poor, I don't believe you.
Very poor. One of the
I don't
worst for
believe
me.
you. I mean,
One of the
maybe
worst.
the result was very poor, yes.
Yo,
And
Josh, I'm looking.
yo,
Sorry.
a team had 71% of the ball.
Oh, Josh, why didn't they win, Josh? Not
They
by
did
one goal, not by two. They
because
lost
they
by 3 goals.
because
Man,
they
don't
did
give me
not
that.
score and they
Don't
continued
remind
to
me.
make
I had
schoolboy
enough with
errors.
Louis Van Gaal time. I got enough of the possession thing. I don't want
Yeah,
even
but
anyone telling me
if you
about
don't have the
possession.
ball,
I
then you
want 3 points,
cannot score.
Josh. I want 3 points. I want to win games. Possession. Oh my God, I don't even want anyone talking about possession.
So for
Seriously.
me, I don't know. I've had a bit of people say that this was very poor, this and that. Apart from the decisions that we made on the pitch that cost us the game, that is what was poor. But the general outlook of the game, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as the
Josh,
result
it's
made it
it's
out to be.
Josh. It's bad if you have weak links in your setup. Now
Yeah, but that's who we are. That's who we
let's
are.
go back to
I
well,
mean,
that needs to change, Josh.
it
That needs
will
to be
change.
corrected.
It will
Amarim's
be
system
corrected.
heavily relies on the wing backs, Josh, to progress the ball. Now,
Okay,
both through
who would you
passing
rather
and
play as a
carrying.
wing back?
Sorry,
Who would you rather play as a wing back at Man
I'm saying
United
we need
today?
to reinforce, Josh. We need players to come execute that position, to execute
But
that
they're
job
not
so well.
there. They're not there. They will come.
The ones that we have currently, we are not seeing that. Execution that we need at all. These
Yeah,
positions
but
are so
it's
crucial for creating with it, advancing play, and supporting attack. And
exactly. But those are the players that we do
currently,
have in those
very
positions.
majorly weak.
Those are what I'm saying is those are the players we do have in those positions. A time will come
Well, Dallo,
that the
Malasia. By
players
the
will be
way,
moved on
I know you rate
and we
Malasia so
get
high.
the
He's
players.
shit.
Nah,
He's shit, Josh.
he's okay.
Well, he's defensively decent, Josh. He's struggled ever since he came back from that injury. That goes for
Yes,
Dalot too.
18
Maybe it's
months.
because of that
18
goes for
months and
Dalot too, Josh. That goes for Dalot too. Maybe it's because he has also switched. Then what Amorim said. He used to play as an inverted midfielder, then comes back and all that. I mean, he always struggles to offer any real creativity or attacking output. Josh, we've
yeah,
seen
that's
crosses
true.
out of crosses, and he has zero that have been perfected. His crosses lack
He has
precision.
actually an
His
assist.
dribbling is very poor.
He
Oh.
has an assist. He has one assist this season.
And your boy Malasi on the left is equally uninspiring, man.
Yeah, but if
Minimal
you hope,
progression, always hesitant to make those passes and runs, leaving the left side stagnant for a large number portion of the game. Josh, I've just had enough with those Man United players. I'm telling you.
if you do hope that a player that was out for more than 18 months is going to come and change in 90 minutes and
How
be
long?
the player that
We are
you
tired of
hope
that
that.
excuse, Josh. We
So
are
what are
halfway
you
the
saying?
season. We are
So Man
halfway the
United,
season.
are you
We
saying?
are
I
halfway
told
the
you.
season.
You just listen to me. I told you before that Manchester United, um, under Ineos, if they do make the decision to fire Eric Ten Hag, they have simply written off the season because whoever is going to come in is going to come in and make a few adjustments that will take quite some time to get us back to winning ways because Ineos itself must deliberately look for a guy who is going to be uh, almost tailor-made for the players who are available at Manchester United because the period in which we are in, we are not going to be able to buy players until say the summer. You can force moves in January, but it is very difficult for you to get the best of players in January. Yes, we did sign Vidic and Patrice Evra in January, but it is not common that you get such talent
What
available
wasn't
in
Bruno
that
also
window.
signed in January?
Yeah. He was signed in
Anyway,
January.
Josh, yeah, speaking about Bruno, I know he can play as a midfielder, then goes behind the striker as a 10. Josh, as I mentioned earlier, our midfield needs legs. Manuel Ugarte
Yeah,
needs
I
a
saw we
proper
are
partner.
flirting. I
He
saw we
needs
are
a proper
flirting with
partner.
Atalanta's Ederson. Ederson has the legs. He has a good football brain. I mean, yeah, he can be a very decent partner for Manuel
At least
Ugarte.
he's a bit more dynamic compared to who we are to who we have right now. Kobe Mino, it's going to take him some time, and I really hope,
He
because I
can.
love the kid. I really hope he
I
cooks up.
even
I
start to
really love
feel
it.
like Toby Kolaya can manage that situation much better
Yo, because this
than
Amorim
Kobe
system
Mino.
demands a midfielder who can support in build up, progress with the ball, in between the lines, cover the ground defensively with physicality and discipline. Uh, the qualities that we are missing right now in Kobe Mino. Bruno
And Nick
Fernandez
Fadley.
tries, Josh. I mean,
Mm.
he tries, but it's still sorry.
Nick Fadley says, "Let's not play on the road. There are too many cars."
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's- y- see, I'm going for walls. You see, that's how bad we are, Josh. But Josh, let's
but
look at the
you see,
okay.
Isaac, you don't accept the you don't accept where we are. So if you don't accept where
I
we are,
don't.
as
I don't.
yes,
I've had enough.
yeah, but like I keep telling you, you're only investing in disappointment if you keep this mindset that Manchester United should go to Molineux and win the game by 5 goals. It's not going to happen. It might
Josh,
happen,
one
but
goal, two goals,
you,
100. I just want us to win. If a draw was to was another way that we could get a win, I would have cried for a draw. I just want us to win. But yo, Josh, quickly, let's dive into your predicted lineup, Josh. I'll go first. I'll go first.
okay.
I'll go for. Of course, there is no alternative. I'll go. I'll go for Onana. I'll go for Lenny Euro. I'll go for. Actually, I'll go for Mazarawi as the right wing back. I'll go for. Hear me out, Josh. Hear me out. I'll go for
Yeah,
Lenny
yeah,
Euro
yeah,
in
yeah.
the middle. Lenny Euro in the middle,
Yeah.
and Lisandro Martinez the other side. Now the wing backs, I think it's maybe time to try to
Who
get
is the
Amad
right-sided
Diallo.
center back?
Mazarawi, that's what I said.
Okay, I didn't get that.
Yeah, Onana, Mazarawi right sided, Euro in the middle, and Lisandro Martinez on the left. Now the wing backs, I really think Amad Diallo should be back. Josh, he should be back as a wing back. Then of course we have Bruno
I
Fernandes
believe
and
so too.
Ugarte in the midfield, and also ah, who do we have the other side? We have very, very poor people, man, to fill in that place. Painful as it may, I'll give Dallo. Painful as it may, I'll give Dallo. And
You don't have any other player. That's what I've been telling you.
behind the strikers, I would have Ganacho and Joshua Zirkzee, and then Rasmus up because I know Rashford is not playing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yep,
I think I would go to the trusted back three over Licha, Delict, and Amazraoui.
I don't think the lift is around.
Oh, oh God, no Maguire, please.
Your only option,
Yeah, no Maguire, please. But play Lenny Yoro in the middle, Mazraoui, and
Lisandro
Licha.
Martinez. Okay,
Yes. Then you play Amad Diallo at right wing back. Then you play Tarel Malasia at left wing back.
left wing back.
Then you play Ugarte and Bruno Fernandes in the middle of the park.
I agree with you.
Yes. Then the two tens, you bring back Ganacho to start the game. Maybe
Mhm.
he has now reacted
No,
much
maybe
better, and
Garnacho. Okay.
uh, yeah, he could have reacted much better, having seen that it is just a matter of time for him to be written off at Manchester United. So he has to do much more. I saw that he was chasing shadows when he came on last time. I mean,
Yeah.
he was running for
Horrible, horrible
all.
display for everyone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But at least he had a fight in him. So I think Ganacho starts alongside Zaxi, and Rasmus Hoyland leads the line.
Well,
That's the lineup I would have. because
You
I
know,
need a Mat
this time we
Diallo
only
to
have one
be the right
person
wing back.
different. That is the left wing back. I have Dallo, you have Tyrell Malasia. But
Malasia.
yeah, Josh,
Yeah, yeah,
about the
yeah, yeah.
midfield, it's very correct.
Either
Without
of
a proper
them.
partner,
Because if
yeah,
you have Malasia, then even Dalo can play right wing back and Ahmad Diallo stays in the 10. That's if Ganacho has not sharpened his boots.
didn't that happen over the weekend? Was it over the weekend, midweek?
Mm.
Over the weekend. I think it's what happened. But yo, Josh, I was saying without a proper midfielder, Ugarte is forced to really cover much ground, making it easy for for opponents to exploit spaces. You know, because
At
I
least,
mean,
at least for me,
Kobe
the
Mino,
goals that United has been conceding, none of the goals United has conceded in the best of the 17 goals we have conceded are from a tactical point of view, that a
mm,
team outplayed Man United in a spell, and it resulted into a goal. Apart from the goal that Bodo Glimt scored, the second goal that actually the first goal that Bodo Glimt scored. Other than that, the goals have been individual errors that keep happening, and they've come back to bite us. So
big time.
I do believe that the structure is okay. Maybe Ruben Amorim could stop getting ahead of himself and not rotate at least the back four. He can rotate the rest of the
The
players,
back
but
three.
Bruno Fernandes and Ugarte in the midfield, they should be a mainstay. Then the back three should also be a mainstay.
You know, and one other thing, I mean, the boy, we have, it's like we're putting a lot of pressure on Ahmad Diallo. And Diallo alone, I mean, has been the bright spark of this season. But last recent games where we've lost, you can see that we've showed that relying too heavily on him, I mean, as just one player, I mean, he's standing out just to be a problem because we are very poor when he's off. When he comes on, yes, you see that we are trying, and it's like all the focus, all the shift, all the faith is being moved to and put everything on his back, and he's still a
Yeah,
kid,
that's
just
the
20
faith
years
of the
old.
fans. It's the faith of the fans because this is
Well,
the player who is on
well,
form.
very soon then they will start squeezing him, Josh. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, despite having
It,
23 shots, 14
that's how
corners, missing four big chances and generating almost two something goal, we failed to score.
2.26 xg. I
We
mean, our
still failed to score.
xg in that game was better than Bournemouth's xg, and Bournemouth won the
Why?
game.
Because our finishing is poor. Our finishing must improve. We've had opportunities to win games but lack the cutting edge, Josh, to
Yeah,
capitalize.
then
So
how does it improve? I mean, what does Ruben Amorim do to change the fortunes of his side in front of
create more
goal? How
chances.
can
Anyway, we
you?
are creating
No, not create
chances.
more chances. We are creating the chances.
We
So
are, we
what
are,
does
yeah,
he have
correct.
to do to help the players to have the confidence to put the ball in the back of the net? Because most of the players at Man United are not very confident in the things that they do. For me, it is that lack of confidence that is affecting the club at the moment, but not the players are too poor and stuff like that.
Well, thank you, Josh. Thank you. Uh, the last thing, Josh, physicality or mentality and physical in the okay, mentality and leadership. Because I still think the team lacked focus and determination when it mattered most in our recent game against Bournemouth, especially in the second half. You get because it was met with little resilience. uh, I mean, we were too fragile, just that's all I can say. And where are our leaders on the pitch? No one. It seems like we cannot rely on them. Of course, Fernandez is back to throwing his arms or hands in the air. And by the way, I love Bruno Fernandez. I'm one of those people that will take so long to criticize him. But I mean, he shouldn't be just the only player that shows that he wants, to win the game.
I know
You know,
he's an emotional guy. I mean, that's just who he is. And actually, the problem that we do have at United is maybe the the Ganachos, the Kobe Minos, the Marcus
Mm.
Rashfords, the kids who have come through the academy have grown up in a very toxic environment that they don't care. I mean, you would think that the kids who have grown up in the space of the club are the ones who care the most, whether they have talent or they don't. Because Scott McTominay was a guy who actually gave you 100% every time he stepped on the
I'll
pitch.
always remember him for that Man City goal. Yeah, Josh.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'll always remember McTominay for that Man City goal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was quite a player. He was quite a player. I mean, I may not have been the most talented, but he was a very obedient lad. He took on instructions very well. I mean, you could see that maybe he was lacking technically here and there, but he did his job very well. He actually cared too much for the club, and he played with his heart on his sleeve, which cannot be said of many players at Manchester United today. You can actually say maybe the ones who would have cared the most, the Diogo Dallos, the Licha, and they were disrupted when Eric Ten Hag was fired, and another manager came in with very elaborate um a very elaborate style of play. So maybe they are still adapting to that, but at least those ones always showed some grit. And I remember Varane, Dallo, Licha, Fernandez. For me, they were the players who actually cared.
Well, once again, guys, thank you so much for Josh. Before we sign out, your prediction? I'm having 2-2.
My prediction,
Yep,
my prediction. Wow.
I'm
Boxing
having it
Day,
2-2.
we don't. Boxing Day, the game at night, we
They just
normally
told
don't
you we're
win
one
that
of those
game.
that have won many games and scored many games on Boxing Day, according to the stats. So 2-2 for me.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Nick
Oh, I
already said
remember the
3-2 for
West Ham.
Wolves.
No, it normally they actually it starts badly, but we win the game or draw the game 2-2. Yeah, I remember the Western game was tough only, but I think United will win this one.
How many? What's the score?
Yeah, 3-1.
There you go, guys. You have it. Josh himself. With our score, I say 2-2 for Wolves and United. Josh says 3-1 in favor of United. And yeah, guys, thank you so much once again for turning up, streaming. Please do subscribe, do not stop, share the links and turn on the notifications. We are signing out, guys. Sports Jazz, Glory Man United, Ineos, fix the leaking roofs. And yeah, the mice too. We don't want it. We don't want nothing like that on the pitch while the match is going on.
Fix the product that feeds you.
Exactly.